Hello and welcome. This is the third part of our quadratic series, and this part is going to be basically solving and practicing questions on factorization because theoretical talk is something and applying it on actual examples is something else. So in this series, I just don't want to keep on giving you theoretical ideas. I also want to teach you how to apply them as well. So this part of the lesson or of the series is going to be focused on factorization. So as we talked about before, when we have a function quadratic, let's say this function, okay, so y equals this, okay, I said I would like to know where are my solutions or where does my graph intersects the x-axis, okay? And we know in order to know where does the graph intersect x-axis, we always need to set y to 0. So this is going to be equal 0, y, x squared plus 4x plus 3, or I can just move the 0 to the other side. I like to work like this, equals 0. No difference at all, okay? So we said we have two ways to solve, either quadratic functions or factorization. Right. Let's take a look at factorization. In factorizations, we have two types. The easy type, where the coefficient of x here, or the letter a, is equal to 1, which is the easy part. And we have another part where a is not equal to 1, such as, let's say, 2x squared plus 9x plus 9 equals 0. The way to factorize this part is, okay, this is a not equal to 1. The way to factorize this type is a little bit more challenging than this first type. So we will tackle both, inshallah, today. So let's see. Okay, so the first one is x squared plus 4x plus 3. Always, the first step is to check the last sign. So this is what I'm talking about. This sign right here. We need to check, is it a positive or minus? So this is the first step, okay? In this case, it's a plus, so it's a positive. So we get two factors of the last term that add up. Because this is a positive, it will add up. We will take two factors that will add up to the middle term. So my middle term is 4. I need two factors of 3 that will add up to 4 is going to be 3 and 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. So next step is I will open my brackets. I will put my two x's. I will put my factors. And then I will start looking at the signs. Okay. Since this is a plus, it's very easy. Very, very easy. They both copy the sign of the middle term. So the middle term is positive, so they both will take a positive sign, and that's it. I factorized my quadratic equation, and now I can solve it. So x plus 3 equals 0. That gives me x equals minus 3. And x plus 1 equals 0. That gives me x equals minus 1. Okay, let's take another example. Let's take x squared minus 6x plus 8 equals 0. So this is the second example. So first step is always to check this sign. So it's a positive. I need two factors that will add up to 6. So I know that 2 times 4 is 8 and 2 plus 4 will give me 6. So very easily I will do both brackets, x and x, 2 and 4. And then let's check the sign. So again, this is positive. They will both copy the middle sign. So the middle sign is minus, so they are both minus. So my solutions are x minus 2 equals 0. That will give me an x of 2. And x minus 4 equals 0. That will give me an x of 4. Okay, let's take another example where the middle sign is now negative. Let's take this example. Example number 3. X squared plus 3x minus 18 equals 0. So first step, as always, I will look at this sign. It's a minus now, so I will get two factors of 18 that will subtract, or the difference between them is 3. So let me think, is 2 and 9 will work. So the difference between 9 and 2 is 7, not 3, so it will not work. So 3 times 6 is 18, and the difference between 6 and 3 is 3. So these are my answers. I will again open up my two brackets, x and x, 3 and 6. So since this is a minus, the greater factor between 6 and 3 will win the middle sign. So 6 is greater, so 6 will win this middle sign. It will take the positive sign, and obviously the other one is going to take the opposite, which is minus. So this is equal 0. So to solve, x minus 3 equals 0. So x equals 3. X plus 6 equals 0. So x equals minus 6. Okay? Right. Let's take one more example. Let's do x squared. Okay, this is example number 4. X squared plus 4x minus 12 equals 0. So again, this is my first step looking at this sign. It's a minus, so I'll take two factors that subtract to 4. Let's try 1 and 12. No, 1 and 12, the difference is 11. Type what else? Let's try 2 and 6. Yes, these are factors of 12 and their difference is 4. So I will again open up my bracket, x and x, 2 and 6. Which is greater? 6 is greater, so 6 will win the middle sign. So 6 will win the positive, and this is going to take the opposite sign, which is negative. Obviously, this is equal to 0, so my x is 2, this is x1, and x2 is minus 6. I believe you can work it on your own now. Okay, very good. Let's take some examples on the other part where a is not equal to 1. So here we have an a, which is 2. Okay, the first step, okay, let's do this first. Let's move this a little bit upwards. Okay, so the first step here is not to look at this sign and then get the two factors. No, we need to do a step before that. We will multiply this coefficient and this coefficient. So we multiply a times c. Okay, so this is the a, this is the c. So 2 times 9 is 18. I will get now two factors, okay, and that will add up to 9. Okay, so the difference in the other case, I straight away look here, it's positive, I will get two factors that will add up to the middle sign. But since a is not 1, we have a step first. We need to multiply this 2 by this 9. It will give me an 18, and this 18, I will get the two factors, and since this is plus, they need to add up to 9. Okay, or they need to add up to the middle sign. So let's think about two factors that will add up to 9. I will have 3 and a 6. Yes, so 3 and a 6. So now I will rewrite my equation like this. So 2x squared is not changed. Instead of this 9x, I will write it as these two. So plus 3x plus 6x. Okay? Plus this 9 is not changed, equals 0. And then I will group those parts. Okay, I will group them and factorize what's the common between those two. So in the first bracket, what is common or something that I can take out is basically x. I can take an x out, and then taking x out means dividing everything inside by x. So 2x squared divide x is 2x, plus 3x divide x is 3. So this is my first bracket type. In the second bracket, what can I take out common? I can take out a 3 common. So taking out a 3 means dividing every term by 3. So 6x divide 3 is 2x, plus 9 divide 3 is 3. Since this is factorizable, I will find that this bracket and this bracket are the same. So I will take this bracket out as common, 2x plus 3 as a common. So I will divide this whole term by 2x plus 3 and this whole term by 2x plus 3. Okay, so from the first term, I will only be left with x, and from the second term, I will only be left with 3, positive 3. equals 0. Now I can equate 2x plus 3 equals 0. I will move the 3 to the other side. 2x equals negative 3. So x equals negative 3 over 2. That is my x1. And for the other part, I will do x plus 3 equals 0. So I know that x2 equals negative 3. And these are my solutions. Thank you very much.